this go a little bit higher up. As you can see a little bit more of the desk and my junk. So in the lab, Johnny calls it the lab. It's just my garage. So I've already taken the back off. Did that before, and you see how it's just kind of bus wired. I removed a couple of these before just to see, make sure it didn't go crazy. I did go ahead and snip off the existing power. This is the on and off switch over here for it. I think I'm going to leave that on and off switch there. I'm not quite sure where else to put things yet, so I want to get all this stuff out of here, all this wiring out of here. This is critical that I do not lose any of these black things or any of these little bobble things that I'm throwing in the box over here to keep safe. Oh, by the way, this is the box where all the stuff is currently that's now working, and one of the things I got to figure out is where I'm going to put this on here so that it makes sense. All right, so I'm going to commence to commencing. They certainly use a lot of extra wire on this. I'm betting it because they got a number of the signs, and I bet somebody builds up these wiring harnesses, puts the light bulbs on them, and somebody else is chunking these things in the sign. Manufacturing. Come on, get out of there. All right, last one. All right, they're all out of there. So The next thing is to figure out, there's a couple things to figure out. You guys will look and see. Maybe it'll focus. It'll focus on my hand. There's the LED, and it's pretty compact in there. And it looks as though they put some hot glue for insulation and sorted all those things together. And it's just bus wired one right after the other. And it's the way these things are built. It's not possible for them to back out of the hole. So I've got to do mine slightly differently. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these end ones over here and then figure out how I want to do it. So, okay. Well, there's no going back anyway. So let me pull one of these things apart here and set this aside for a moment. Let you guys back down. Look out! So all the wires go through there, go through here, screw onto a bobble, and there you go. There's 4 wires, but there's really only 2 leads. The positive and the negative, and they're all bus wired. So it means it goes in, does, and goes out, back out. So, where I am thinking, give me a bit of wire here, because I need to bus wire the. No, that's hardcore wire. We're going to be using some different stuff. A signal wire and a ground wire. My desk position is way off today. So, where's me I need all my bits. And one of these LEDs, one of those bits, and a capacitor. So, what has to happen is this capacitor, not capacitor, sorry. This LED has to go into here, sort of maintain some kind of state up in there. Also has to fit into here. Now it can't come out the bottom here, but if I screw this in, I've got a lot of wiggle room. So what I'm going to do is set up one of these things to see how much wiggle room I don't have. And the deal is that can come off. And I'm thinking about just pigtailing these in so that as I build them, then all I have to do is connect up my in and outs as it goes through, and then I can just tee into every one of these. So the first thing I want to try is how hard is it to make a splice. I've got a couple of ways I can do that. One way is this. Right in the middle of the wire there, high dollar thing. That's a pretty good splice right there. Now what I can do is mount that right into there on one side. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? Okay, let's try it. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. I think my order of operations is a little bit off here, fellas. I'm just trying something. A little sloppy. And that's in line, and I shrink wrap over all of that mess. Shrink wrap this, and shrink wrap that, and shrink wrap on all of that until it's all there. I could leave that out, that's fine, I guess. And then on this thing, I'm thinking about some of this. A bit of yellow. Yeah. I need a bit of black. Actually, I need 2 yellows. Black. A bit of red. And I'll get another bit of yellow. And a tad bit of black. Alright, so what I'm thinking about here is that yellow we attach up here. Do the yellow here. All the way on there. And with this yellow, don't want to mangle this lead too bad, so I'm not going to mangle it. Just proof of concept here. And then I'm yellow that all the way. Yeah, it came off. Gotta be careful in the proof of concept here versus the real sorted on thing. And I get this bit of yellow. And go all the way up into there, so I need a longer yellow. All up into there. Cool, huh? Do the same thing on the other side. Leave a long pigtail there. bit of black, which lets me know this is the outside. So what I'll do, I'll heat shrink that first and then put this on. So let's just slip over just over the top a little bit and heat shrink that, so I've got a good indication of things. And so if I do that, plus another couple of these just for grins, I will have, and I'll just pigtail those two things coming out. And then after I put them all in, then we'll jump around between things, and in between each one of these we'll do something like that. So let's make sure it's going to fit in the whole world and scheme of things, and how it was going to fit. I may end up having to do a little it's going to be, we're going to do some maneuvering on that to make that happen. But stuff stuffed all the way in there. I think that's fantastic. Stuffed in there just like that. Oh, and it goes down and on top of this. Ooh, I think that's going to be good. I have to get more stuffy. I can, but I don't think I'm going to have to. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. So I'm going to do that. So okay, that's how that's laid out. Put this back together like this. I think it's a good idea. It's a real good idea. So let's talk about board layout, I think. I'll put you guys back up. All right, there you go. Hello, folks. So I have the on and off switch already mounted here, so we'll continue to keep that there. And then as you're looking at the PAL side, the on and off switch is over here on the right hand side, over here. So I'm thinking to myself that I really would like the letters, the thing to do one of these things going around there. So maybe one of these. So what do you think on the PAL routing? We start from, I think, because it reads left to right, and I think the very first visible pixel should be here. I really do. It should be here. So it'll go up, hit this guy, go around, hit this guy, hit this guy, that guy, then go up, boom. I think that'll be good. So if that's the case, this P is where we want our very, very first thing to be. All right, get that mess out of the way, which is over here. We also want to keep the initial wire as short as possible. So we can do a few things here. Since I've got a small thing and the initial P is here, we can do a couple things. I'll get this board out of the way. No longer needed. Well, no longer needed. I could make it a smaller board, that's for sure. But I am thinking that wouldn't be bad. also gives some extra. I bought this board for this project. I know it's too big. I can always cut it down. This board here would probably be better for that project. Let's see here. It would probably be better. But I'm a big expansion theory kind of guy, so we're going to go with this one, because in case they want something else, like we want to make it play noise or some other things, we can certainly add extra boards and shields and things on this to make it do extra stuff if they'd like it. And because I don't know what they're going to want, mount it right in there will be nice and easy. This plug can then go right here. That could go right there. Should it go right there? Yeah. Just hangs flat on the wall. Also, the back of this thing goes on like this. So if I got a punch, punch right through here to middle at the bottom, right through here. Ran one ground, ran the hot over to here, and the hot we run that back over to there. We should be golden. Yeah. I wonder if I got a punch. I'll have to go look at that and see. But for the next little bit, I think I'm going to wire me some. No, on second thought. What time is it? It's 9:30 at night. That's I believe that does everything I was going to cover in that session. Since it starts with a POW, it's going to be over to the right, and that's going to be over here to the. This is the W. So POW comes up. We're here. We need to eat one LED, which we'll do that. On the breadboard, might as well. Run up, run over, O, W. Yeah, I think that's good. I think we're going to plug that in right there. We might have a punch to do that. I think that's good. All right, I think that's it for this session. 9:30 at night. I think I'm going to go watch myself a movie, give me a bite to eat, and I will talk to you guys later.